Hey, this is Brian Prayne. I just wanted to take a minute or two to let you know about one of my favorite people, not only in the home business industry, but in the entire world. And that's Tony Rush. I've known Tony for about 6.5 years now. And I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you're probably evaluating, possibly a business opportunity that you might get into with Tony, or something else that Tony is involved in. And for a moment, I just want you to kind of put that off on the side, because I'd like to start by telling you just a little bit about Tony Rush, the person. I'm 41 years old, and I've met a hell of a lot of people along the way. Some good, some bad. Tony is right at the top of not only my favorite people, but also the best people that I know. And if there's one thing that you can do in your life to better whatever situation you're in, be it business, personal, family, health, anything, is to surround yourself with better people. Okay? So surrounding yourself by a person like Tony is going to do wonders for you in more than just, the business aspect of your life. But now let's bring business back into it, because I'm sure that you've seen, if you haven't seen already, Tony Rush is a rock star, right? He's a superstar. He makes, pardon my French, but he makes a shitload of money. And should you be wowed by that? Well, hell yeah, you should be wowed by that. But what you need to understand is you need to understand why that should wow you, because it doesn't matter how much money Tony is making in terms of what it can buy and the lifestyle it can provide. What you need to understand is that the amount of money that Tony is making, that there is a direct correlation between how much he makes and how many people he helps. If you understand anything about the home business industry, about network marketing, you know that you will be more successful when you make other people more successful. And Tony does not disappoint. Tony will go out of his way to help his team with tools, with resources, with support. The more people he can make successful, the more successful he becomes. And why does he do it? Well, heck, the money is nice, but in conversations that I've had with him, and from what I believe, I think he does it almost more because it makes him feel good. He is just a good person. Let me tell you a story about the first time I met Tony. Now, I knew Tony for, probably a year or so before from online, online and phone conversations, emails, before I actually got to meet him. When I finally got to meet Tony Rush, I knew who he was. He didn't necessarily know who I was. I saw Tony, I went up to him, I stuck my hand out, I said, "Tony Rush, Brian Prayne, it's nice to meet you." Tony did not even entertain the idea of shaking my hand. He gave me a big old Tony Rush bear hug, and that's just the kind of guy he is, because he cares. If I had one piece of advice that I could give anybody who's evaluating an opportunity to work with Tony Rush, is just do it. Just do it. Surround yourself with better people. Tony Rush is better people. Make it a great day. You absolutely deserve it. Tony, I love you, buddy.